businesses are starting to ask potential job candidates for their Facebook username and password in the middle of their job interviews. Facebook feels this is distressing because they offer their site as an experience, not a chore. It is not new for companies to surf the web looking for personal history, but the privacy of one's Facebook is something many feel are being taken too far.
One of my responsibilities is to handle all of the content that comes in for TAG, which includes websites, writing brochures, but then it also includes any social media content. For most of our businesses, we push them towards using a business profile, but then there are some instances where either executives at the company, or in one case, one of our clients has a mascot, and so then we have personal profile pages set up for either those real people or fake squirrels in this case. In some instances, the client doesn't actually want to provide us with the username and password, which is fine. So we'll actually just write the post and decide like what articles and things we want to link to, and then we just send that to them in a schedule and they actually handle posting it. Usually I would say if someone's reaching out to us because they feel like they need a social media presence, but they don't have the time to do it, they're usually pretty willing to, create the account and share their things. But again, even a lot of those are business profile pages, so I've noticed much more apprehension when we're creating an executive person's profile because they need to use that for their personal use and for work. But in many of the instances, our logins for that are their personal work email addresses and then passwords that we kind of mutually agree upon. So they still have the ability to log into their account if they so choose, but I'm logging in with their work email addresses that are kind of in like an umbrella account.
So what do you use social media for? Jonathan Richmond, creator of Dose of Digital Media, says that there are 7 C's to use for businesses in social media: communicating, cause support, contests, consumer research, connecting others, customer service, and community building. This is the way businesses are using Facebook and Twitter these days to get the most out of their business endeavors. But what if businesses were asking you, the employee, for more?
Channel 8, we did a couple stories on it, primarily on companies that are interviewing people that requested their username and password to really get into their Facebook profiles and messages as well. But that's really the only thing that we've covered on it and that we've seen about it. I think it's totally a Big Brother watching over you thing. Now, compare it to your company email. I have a corporate email account, and I know that, our engineers and corporate people can get into my email at any point and, check the messages I have sent or the messages I have received back and forth, and that's a different deal. That was set up when I started working there, and everyone knows the terms of it. So you can't come in the middle of a game in the 6th inning and say, well, you're no longer pitching a baseball, you're going to start throwing a football. It doesn't make any sense, and that's why I said if they wanted to set up a strict corporate Facebook account or a strict corporate Twitter account, and we're all on the same page from the outset, that's fine, and that's their prerogative. They pay my salary. But at the same time, I don't think that anyone would necessarily hand over their passwords or do any of that stuff. It would be pretty outraged and almost embarrassed to be asked that.
Christian Jackson, manager at Transamerica of the Quad Cities, encourages employees to use LinkedIn as an alternate medium from Facebook and Twitter. Maryland is currently the first state looking to ban employers the right to ask for Facebook passwords in job interviews. Our book talks about this a little. Our book says that there are no real privacy laws for media right now, and that until we, the employee, can get employers banned, we are sealing our own fate